What up, YouTube? This is GeoStealthR1, and I want to come to you with not an upgrade, but a question that's been asked to me many of times. Why is it my RCs always look new when I do my videos? So, a few answers to that. Major answer is I clean it, but another answer is I do buy secondary bodies for my RCs. You'll see bodies for show, and then you'll see bodies that I play around with. Now, a lot of times I do not videotape myself once I do play around with these RCs, but that's why I got a new camera guy who's going to be videotaping me, which is going to be a cool thing. But that being said, I do wash my RCs, and there's a big step process that I go upon and washing my RCs and getting it looking show ready. So the main reasons why I do clean the RCs: one, because I just like the way they look clean. Two, you want to get rid of all this caked up stuff that's on the wheels itself. So now let me take off the lid from this slash 4x4 and just come across and show you a few things that I've acquired on this RC to make it a little bit more efficient on cleaning. So I do have the shock covers, which are right there. It keeps a lot of dirt and debris from the shock shaft itself. I don't know if you could see that itself, but then also I have these little spiky things. Now, these little spiky things that ended up on my RC, they stab the hell out of you. I'll focus in on one of these little bad boys. These things are lethal. Like, you know, they'll stay up on my finger and they won't even come across and fall. But that being said, once I well, take off those little sticky things, and I will disassemble this, and I'll just go into a little quick procedure on how I clean my RCs. A lot of people are not going to clean it the same way I do. A lot of these parts are water resistant, so I'd be able to submerge this, not submerge it, but, you know, get really in depth on cleaning this RC, because there's a lot of junk and yuck all over this. So that's why I ended up buying stainless steel and stuff like that. So the things that I utilize, I'll talk about in a few, but it's going to be soap, hot water, brush, hands, which is a little bit of elbow grease, and a blow dryer. You're going to ask me, why am I utilizing a blow dryer when I utilize my cleaning methods? Well, if I'm able to dry off the initial water and soap that I have on this, then it's a much quicker process. I'm pretty sure for you younger kids, make sure you ask your mom before you start taking her blow dryer out. And be careful, once you start cleaning this and start blow drying it in the sink, it's nowhere near water. So I just want to put that out there to a lot of the younger fans of the show. So let me go upon with the processes of me taking this apart and taking a few things out. Alrighty. First thing I will do is just go in with the basics. I'm going to remove the wheels. There's my little tray that I catch stuff at. And as you can see, a lot of dirt and everything will fall there. I do have my tray to where I repair my stuff at, but I'm not going to utilize that as of yet. And I'm going to disassemble these pieces. I'm trying to do this a little bit more real time. And as you can see, I caught up a lot of stuff right here, which is definitely not cool for you to have. You know, this is one of the main reasons why you need to take care and just see what's happening with your RC. So there's going to be a lot of stuff that I need to take out over there. So I'll work on that in a few minutes. And let me just come across to the other side. Everything will be taken care of. You should always have a little tray for yourself. Look. A lot of caked on stuff that's over there as well. Now, a lot of people are going to ask me, why is it I'm not utilizing my mat? Well, my mat is pretty packed as of right now. I haven't, you know, I'll even show you. The mat is extremely packed, so I'm not going to be worrying about that as I'm doing this disassembling of wheels. And there is the wheel portion of it. So what you want to do is see, Look at all the crud that's falling on there. What you want to do is just make sure all the crud is out. I'm going to start taking this off, and then we'll work on the next few things that I'm going to do. Alrighty, so since a lot of the crud has been taken out as of right now, removing the dusty motor's shroud from this unit will definitely be something I recommend to any one of my RC fans out there. And you'll see, I'll put this on the side, there's still a lot of dust in there. Now the main reason is I didn't zipper this up, so that's what happened when I was bashing it the other day with a few of the friends. And here is your battery. Now do yourself a favor, don't come across and try to wash your battery. I'll say this to a lot of the kids that are out there that watch the show. You know, just be a little bit more mindful of what you do. And this is where we are at with the battery. I'll put you on the side and let's look at the internal pieces of my RC. So as you can see, a lot of things are dirty. So I'm going to come across, go to my sink, try to empty a lot of this stuff out, and bring back the RC and start disassembling it so I can get you guys ready and just cleaning up this whole area. Alrighty, so let me start off with the wheels. A few things that I utilize and that I start doing with my RC is that I take the wheels first, and as you can see there's a lot of crud inside there and everything like that. I come across and just start rinsing out the wheel. Now once you start rinsing out the wheel, I use a little bit, the water that I have on this right now is pretty warm. I would say it's hot. So just rinse it out with your hands first. And then what I use, I put a little soap on my wheel, just a little soap. Just go all around it. Get your hands all up in that. And just start rubbing everything that you could possibly get your fingers in, around the rim, towards the rim. Keep going. Rinse it out a little bit. Once you rinse that part out, it's a little bit more cleanup, but you go a little bit of a step further. So a little bit more soap again. Rub around it once more. And then what I do is I take a brush like this and I just start going all around the tire itself, flip it over and go the other way. Then rinse all the excess soap off. Make sure you get everything that's inside the rim itself. Get your fingers all up in there. And then here is your tire. You're probably going to have to redo this step once again. I like to make sure you don't have to submerge these bad boys. And then when you have it, just lay it down just like that so you don't have to get anything going on. I'm going to start working on these other four tires, and then we'll see what the final product on the wheels is. Alrighty, now that I separated this into the 3 different sections that I wanted, a few things I want to do is take out right here the center drive shaft and all that good stuff. If on camera you would be able to do that for me nicely. Here we go. I'll take that piece out of my gears and my center drive shaft, and as you can see there's a little bit of wear and tear on that. I ended up throwing in a little heat shrink, but with a little bit wear and tear ended up breaking that off. I'll throw another heat shrink and do that. I usually put that on just to cover up the hole just a little bit more, but that being said, that piece is disassembled, and now I'm going to take you guys to the sink and see how I clean this. Alrighty, so this part of the cleaning is very important. I do utilize the soap, the brush. Some people use a little brushes to get into the cracks and crevices. I'm not going to do that right now, but another thing I'm going to utilize is my blow dryer again. Reason being, this is a few step process. So like I said, the car is water resistant. We never really like to say these are waterproof, but go in with the hot water and just start rubbing your hands into it. Little by little, a lot of the mud and stuff should come off by hand. But work your way around the car. You don't need to submerge it. You know, a lot of guys do that when they have the Valenian system. I have done it as well. I mean, I'm not going to tell you that, no, I've never done it. But, you know, you want to get just the basic crud off the RC. And just with your hand at this point, you're going to notice that you're going to see dirt into the screws and stuff like that. Don't worry about it. You'll eventually get into that. But as you can see, just by a little bit of water and just you working your hands, you see a much bigger difference than what initially was given to you dirty. I mean, I know a lot of guys who do crawling videos and stuff like that love the dirt on there, but they'll clean their wheels, you know, just to have, you know, just a better presentation on their RC once they do scale crawling or something like that. But as of right now, you'll notice a lot of things have been cleared off. I'm going to come across, get a little bit more in depth with it. Just a little bit of soap just around the whole RC. Lather it up. And whatever little sections I want to go in, I'll start cleaning that part and start working on the RC. So let me work on all three parts and then I'll come back to you in a few minutes. Alrighty, so this is pretty much a quick cleanup job. I really didn't get in depth like I usually do with my RC, but I kind of thought this would be a cool video for me to show you. Once again, now I'm going to show you the show body, which I'm going to be doing within the next week. Fully customized body. That's a Pro line. I believe it's a Flowtech body. So this should be done ASAP. I already have the color scheme that I'm going to go with it, so it should be pretty cool. But as I undress my RC, aka deadlock, I'll take off the Dusty Motor Shroud, which I have over here. That is pretty much a definite buy for you to have for your RC. Not because it looks pretty cool on the RC, but it escapes a lot of rocks and debris that can get into your center drive shaft. So as I look upon the RC, I mean, there are a few things that I just need to come across and clean a little bit more, but this is the basic thing that you want to go across and do with your RC and try to get as much crud off of it as possible. There are a few damaged parts like I have, like my tire flap is ripped and stuff like that. I do have 2 spares, so I'll swap that one out as soon as possible, but try to get as much stuff as you can off the RC and make it presentation ready. I kind of thought this would be a cool video for you guys to check out to see what it entails to clean up your RC and what the processes that I do, because I've been asked about that for a little bit of time now. Just want to go across and just show you the chassis itself. It's not too bad. I mean, I think I did an okay job with the few minutes that I had this morning to do it. So yeah, just wait upon the presentation of a new body from this RC. I am buying a new servo, and I'm probably, tell me what you think, I'm probably going to utilize the Yeti speed control and motor on this RC. Give me your input on that. See, maybe it would be something good that I could throw on the track on that type of aspect. So rate, comment, subscribe, and tell my fellows up in YouTube. Later.
Go.
I want to run into it. All right, tell me when you're ready, Lenny. All right, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, I blew an axle.
You suck.
I blew an axle.
Oh,